hasn't been done, and I fought for 2 years, long 2 years.
So there is no alimony.
There is no alimony, according to those documents.
According to the documents, there was no alimony agreed to.
I just felt like this wasn't for me, that
It looks like the truth is finally becoming clear about what Sharina Hudson truly loved the most about Kevin Hunter. And no, it was never romance, loyalty, or partnership. It was his money. Even now, when Kevin is reportedly broke, struggling, and
I'm gonna defer to my guy here, Eric, to answer that question.
without a stable place to live, Sharina does not seem ready to give up. Instead of stepping back and focusing on rebuilding her own life, she appears determined to squeeze whatever money she can from him, even if there is very little left. Recent reports say that Sharina has filed for child support for their daughter, Journey. This move comes at a time when Kevin is already drowning in financial trouble. He is dealing with debt, unpaid bills, and the loss of the lifestyle he once enjoyed. Now, on top of all that, he may be required to come up with monthly child support payments. Many people are wondering how he plans to do that when he can barely support himself. Kevin's fall from grace has been slow but painful. Karma seems to have arrived right on schedule. Once a powerful figure behind a major daytime talk show, Kevin now finds himself in a situation he likely never imagined. Reports claim he owes a bank a large amount of money, has lost his home, and is scrambling just to stay afloat. And yet, the pressure continues to build. If Sharina wins the child support case, her life could become much more stable for years to come. Some believe this has always been her goal. From the outside, it looks like she saw Kevin as a long-term financial plan rather than a partner. Many people online describe her as someone who moved to the big city with big dreams, hoping to secure a comfortable life by attaching herself to a wealthy man. Whether or not Sharina planned to get pregnant to secure financial support is something only she truly knows. However, when she first started secretly seeing Kevin back in 2007, the situation probably felt like a dream. Kevin was married to Wendy Williams, but that did not stop him from spoiling Sharina. At the time, he had access to money, power, and influence, and he used all three generously. For more than a decade, Kevin funded Sharina's lifestyle. We are not talking about small gifts or occasional help. Over the years, she reportedly received luxury cars, designer handbags, expensive trips, and cash support. Vacations were lavish, shopping sprees were endless, and nothing seemed out of reach. For someone living that kind of life, it is easy to understand why walking away would never cross their mind. People who followed the story closely say the relationship lasted closer to 15 years, not the 13 years that was publicly admitted. During that time, Sharina lived very well. Kevin made sure of it. He even invested money into her pancake business, which she once promoted heavily. He wanted to prove his generosity and show her that he could provide anything she wanted. But there is a difference between generosity and being used, and many now believe Kevin was nothing more than a cash source. As Sharina's businesses failed one after another, her demands reportedly grew. The gifts became bigger, the lifestyle more expensive, and the expectations higher. At some point, Wendy Williams herself revealed that she was shocked to discover Kevin had bought Sharina a house worth nearly $1 million, located near Wendy's own neighborhood. That revelation alone explained a lot. Wendy had been unknowingly funding a second household while working non-stop to build her empire. Meanwhile, Kevin was playing provider to his secret life. After Wendy and Kevin's divorce became public, everything started to crumble. Kevin lost his job, his reputation, and most of his professional connections. Wendy made it clear she no longer recommended working with him, and in an industry built on trust and image that mattered. With his influence gone and doors closing, Kevin was no longer the powerful man Sharina first met. The money slowed down. The lifestyle became unstable. That is when cracks reportedly started forming inside their household. Arguments grew more intense, and the reality of their situation became impossible to ignore. Wendy herself once said that she made Kevin her manager, and when she decided to divorce him, he lost everything in one day. He was no longer her husband, no longer her manager, and no longer employed. That single decision changed his life forever. Even as things worsened, Kevin continued to present himself as a successful producer. In interviews, he claimed the Wendy Williams show succeeded because of him. He spoke with extreme confidence, saying he was the mind behind the format and the energy of the show. He suggested that once he left, The show struggled because his creative input was missing. To many people, those statements sounded delusional. Instead of rebuilding his career quietly, Kevin appeared to be living in the past, holding on to an image that no longer existed. His self-confidence came off as arrogance, especially when there was no real proof he could succeed on his own. As his public image continued to fall apart, Sharina reportedly began seeing him differently. Watching Kevin cry on camera, complain about unpaid bills, and beg for money exposed a side of him she may not have expected. The man who once paid for everything was now publicly struggling. Kevin filed court documents complaining that his car insurance had not been paid and that he was behind on credit card payments. He blamed the suspension of alimony payments from Wendy. His public complaints painted him as desperate, not powerful. That moment may have been the turning point. Many believe Sharina realized then that Kevin could no longer give her the life she wanted. When Wendy's payments stopped completely, there was nothing holding Sharina in place anymore. Not long after, rumors began circulating that Sharina packed her things and left. Insiders claim Kevin sold the Florida home they once shared. Others say Sharina moved back in with her mother in South Carolina along with their daughter. While the exact details remain unclear, most signs point to the relationship falling apart. Now, with Kevin's finances in ruins, Sharina has reportedly turned to the courts. Child support is the next move. Some insiders believe she has been quietly saving money, hiding what she could, and preparing for this moment. However, with Kevin struggling to survive, even that plan may not bring the security she hoped for. Many people online feel sympathy for the child caught in the middle. Journey did not choose her parents or the chaos surrounding them. Still, public sympathy for Kevin and Sharina remains extremely low. Social media users have been blunt. Some say Sharina is getting exactly what she deserves after helping destroy someone else's marriage. Others say she knew what she signed up for by staying a side partner for years and cannot act surprised by the outcome. Another common opinion is that Kevin believed he could outsmart Wendy. People feel Wendy walked away strategically, protecting herself and her money while letting Kevin deal with the consequences of his choices. Now Kevin is facing debt, legal battles, and the possibility of long-term child support payments without a steady income. Sharina, meanwhile, seems determined not to stop until every possible dollar is claimed. The big question remains: how will Kevin pay child support if he is truly broke? And is Sharina using motherhood as a cover for another financial grab? Or is she simply trying to secure her child's future? No matter how this ends, one thing is clear: